How many spreadsheets, apps, software tools, and folders does it take to run your consulting, marketing, or web design and development business? One for leads, one for active clients, one for proposals, one for contracts, one for time tracking, one for invoicing, and the list goes on. Then you start to wonder why you feel so disorganized. This problem was driving me nuts. The chaos was too much for me to handle, and that is why I built Kepteasy, a platform that contains all of this together in one place with a lot of automation, making life so much easier. If you're a consultant, a marketer, a web designer, developer, or you're like a solo founder who's doing client work, then this video is for you. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video. It would help a lot. Thank you. Here's what often happens when you're running a client services business. Pain number one, lead tracking is scattered. Leads come in from all different directions. LinkedIn, other social media, your website, email, telephone, referrals, past clients. And how do you track them all? Spreadsheets, highlighting emails, sticky notes, maybe some high-priced software or third-party software that doesn't integrate with the rest of your flow. This can be a frustrating process, causing chaos, agitation, and more than anything, not following up consistently, not knowing where you're at with different leads, and suffering in converting them into clients, leaving money on the table. Pain number two, proposals live in Google Doc chaos. You have 15 different versions. Half of them are outdated. You spend 30 minutes looking for the right one. You then edit it, update it, print it to a PDF, email it, and then you sit there wondering if they've opened it, if they'd replied, not knowing what's going on. This is a scattered mess. And another point of frustration and agitation that costs you time and money. Pain number three, contracts are email attachment hell. Create, convert, send it off, ask them, can you please print this, sign it, scan it, send it back. Then you have to do the same. That is super frustrating and really annoying. So then maybe you're spending $25+ for like DocuSign for something. Maybe you have like 3 contracts every quarter. This is another point that is super frustrating and agitating, that creates nothing but chaos and a little bit of friction with your clients. It doesn't have to be this way. My principle for client relationship management and running your client service business is simple. It should take minutes, not hours. Every lead, proposal, time tracking, invoice, contract should exist in one place. No more jumping between DocuSign, your CRM, your proposal software, Excel spreadsheet, Word, time tracking. If it feels like managing your clients and the client service business is a full-time job in itself, then something is broken. Kepteasy has client relationship management and client service business tools built into the platform. Nothing is bolted on, and it all comes together in one place. Here's what it includes. CRM for professionals. Track leads from first contact to signed clients. Source attribution, notes, status pipeline, follow-up reminders. This is not a sales CRM. It's a professional services CRM. A proposal system with templates you control and are customizable. You can send from within the platform. You can track when it is opened and viewed. It's a one-click acceptance. It also does version tracking, so you and your client know what version you're looking at and which one is the latest. No more emails, no more attachments. E-signatures, built-in contracts, no more DocuSign. You and your clients can sign the contracts right on the platform. No third-party tools. required. What it connects. Leads become clients, proposals become projects. You can tie contracts to clients and to projects. Everything lives in one place, no duplicate entries. What it doesn't do yet. It is not a full sales automation CRM like HubSpot, and it isn't trying to be. It's meant to manage your client relationships and business documents in one place, not a 500-person sales team. And now we're going to jump over into the Kepteasy dashboard and go through some workflows. So here's the dashboard. We're going to jump into CRM. And here's your overall dashboard. I'll give you a quick overview of what we're looking at here. It'll tell you your total leads, your pipeline value, how many are qualified, what your win rate is, your hot leads, your recent activity, leads by status. You can view all leads, import leads, or even export them. You can look at a pipeline, and then you can add a new lead. And so we'll just quickly add a new lead. John Doe, email, a phone number, company name, job title, website, and then your lead management. So you can put them in at the status they're in, where their source was from, the service they might be interested in, who it's assigned to if you have staff, your estimated value, the win probability, the expected close date, and any additional information, hot lead, and notes. Here are some notes. And then you can create the lead. So now you have the detail page where you can get all the pertinent information you need about your lead. And then as well, you can have an activity timeline. So for any events you've done, phone call, email, meeting, proposal sent, task reminder, and you can just create that there, and then of course convert to client. So then here's just a list of all the leads as well, where you can see them in a table, and then view the actions again, where you can see such. If we go back to the dashboard, we can then go to the pipeline and we can get an overview of where we have different clients at. So there's our John Doe, and we can just drag and drop here. So then we've contacted John Doe, and now John Doe goes into our contacted. We can click on him here, go back in here, and say we've sent him a phone call. Talked to John. He needs a better website because he needs a better website. You can add a due date and then add the activity. And now you've got that. We go back and we can see the recent activity, so that updates you there. And then we can just convert John to a client right there if we need, edit the lead, delete the lead, and everything right there where you need it to be. And now we're going to jump over into proposals. So say now you want to make a lead a proposal before they become a client. And so here's a quick overview of the dashboard, some stats to see total proposals, drafts sent, accepted, recently, awaiting actions. So then we can go into new proposal, and we can just do some basic information here. We'll just say Q1 marketing campaign. You can choose a client from a drop down, but you can also do leads. So we have our John Doe, so we'll grab him. We'll say he needs some consulting. The currency, the date, you can add a tax rate if you need, a discount, and then we have just some content, so your executive summary, your terms and conditions, and some internal notes if you need to make. Those are not visible to the client, and then we can create the proposal. This brings us into a next page where we now have sections, and this is where we have customizable templates. And so you can add things like deliverables, whatever deliverables, whatever information you need to put in here. You can order the section it is. We can then add another section, and we can say, maybe we have our approach, what we do. And then we can come down and we can actually add line items, multiple line items, whatever we need for like estimates, like say this is a really formal proposal. We can add this here. Your service description, your details, your consulting phase, optional or whatever phase it might be, the quantity, the unit price. We have payment terms, so you can have different payment terms, recurring, completion, net terms, fixed amount, percentage for deposits or retainers, and you can add those. And then here's your content, and then we can just save the changes. And now here we have our proposal. It gives you the year and then whatever number it was there, and gives you all the information you need to right here. You can edit it, save it, send it, delete it, copy the link so the client, if they need it, but these will show up in your client's portal. Nothing bolted on. It's full multi-tenant SaaS, so none of your clients see any other client's information. You can see all your client stuff, but your clients can only see their stuff with you. So it's fully secure and safe. And then what happens is you go back to proposals and you can see the status here. So you have some accepted, some viewed, and then some in draft. And so this one's showing draft. So then we just have to simply send to client. We send to client here. It gives you the breakdown of what is in it and then what happens next. You send the proposal and then bam, now we have a sent proposal. You can give it a quick view to see what it is in there. So there you can see how just from a lead, you can make a proposal and send it within minutes if you need. You have customizability in the template. It isn't somebody else's, and you're not locked into anybody's formatting or wording, your branding and your structure. And now we're going to go into our Signatures Pro, which is where the contracts happen. It's really easy. Here's a dashboard view. You can see it tells you the status of it. If it's in draft, partial, finished, your progress. You can view, prepare it. You can download it from here if it is. We'll just quickly go through and make a new one here. So say it's just a consulting contract. You can choose from a category of different ones if you want. Some optional notes. You choose a file. You upload your document. You can choose a service. Select a client from a drop-down, and if you have a project or campaign, then it'll auto-populate, and you can choose that as well. You can choose an expires from as well, so that they have to sign it within a certain amount of time. You continue to add fields. It brings up the document preview. You choose over here in the toolbox what you want: signature, initials, date, text. So we'll go signatures. We'll choose our client. We'll just click it here and say okay. And then say you want to add a date. So then you just click it here and add the date. Perfect. And now usually to make it fully legit, you want to add yourself as well. So you can add yourself to sign it too. So you click here and then we'll just add a date as well. So then you add yourself to a date and you click it here and you go, okay, great. So now that's done. You can just send document. You send the document. It gives you a bit of summary here of who should sign it. If it should be just all at once or you want to do it in like a sequential order, you can send a message to the signers as well. It gives you information on what happens next. You send for signature. It then creates the document. Here's the detail of the document. Pending signatures. Easily be able to sign it. You can see the signing progress. It gives you an activity log so you can know what happened as well for like legal and compliance issues. So let's just go in and sign the document. So here's the document. It gives you an idea right here of what you're looking at. So you can just come over here. You can just go click sign signature. You put your name in. You agree to the things. You continue to signature. Now you can type your name or you can just draw it as well. So just draw your signature in. You sign document. Bam, that's done. You can see that's finished. So we just click date. Again, all you have to do is enter your name, agree to this, and confirm the date. You don't have to type the date in because it knows what the date is today. It attaches it to it. And now you're partially signed. You're just waiting on your client to sign it. You have your activity log, so it tracks everything that goes on, making it fully compliant and legal. So then if you go to the signatures, you can see now that that contract is here. It's partial. You can view it and everything is good. The signed contract automatically updates and saves in yours and your client's dashboard. Again, it's fully multi-tenant with decorators, and it's fully secure. So your client only sees the contracts you send to them. They don't see other client contracts or anything. This potentially saves you hundreds of dollars a year and who knows how much time searching around. It's super simple. Everything's date stamped and tracked, legal compliance without complexity. Here's why I wish I would have had this platform when I started. For client relationship management and business documents, I totally underestimated how important it is having everything contained in one spot. I spent so much time with different tools, searching, waiting on a client to reply. It's one thing to think you're going to keep it all in a folder on your computer and that everything's good, but reality never works that way. And it's just becomes scattered. Here, you can put everything in a simple platform. You can track leads easily. You can do your proposals. You can figure out when they're viewed. You can see revisions. You can have your contracts. And then throughout the platform, you can always connect and tie everything to a specific client and often project or campaign. The organization reduces the waste of time. You will save yourself countless hours. That's how I manage client relationships and business documents in Kepteasy CRM, proposals, and contracts. In the next video, we're going to go into the time tracking and invoicing and how the financial side connects to projects. Because landing leads is one thing, but getting paid efficiently is another. If you're a consultant, a marketer, a web designer, a developer, or a solo founder, or you're just interested in this build, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. It would help tremendously. Also, we're currently looking for 10 to 15 founding users to help shape the platform and get in early before it's launched. You get 12 months free, you lock in founder pricing forever, and you have a say in the direction of the platform. The link will be in the description. Please sign up there, and I'll catch you in the next one.